Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyana. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavatveshinim. Oh Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O goddess, showerer of the nectar like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki. O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the 10th Adhyaya, Vibhuti Yoga, the yoga of divine glories, the yoga of the divine manifestations of the great Lord. And of late we have been reading Arjuna talking to Sri Krishna. Arjuna telling Sri Krishna about his great qualities as proclaimed by the great sages. All those qualities of the Param Dhama, Param Brahma and Param Pavitram Paramam Bhavan, the greatest, supreme most purifier, the supreme most Brahman, the supreme most abode. And then Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhum, the great Purusha, the great Lord, the eternal Lord, the Lord of Lord, the God of gods, who is unborn and who is omnipresent. That kind of Lord, that kind of attributes, Arjuna says, that sages like Narada, Asita, Devala and Vyasa, they have spoken about too. And not only these great sages, even you yourself have told me about this. And since you have told me about this, I will go by your word. To me, your word is the ultimate truth. What you say is the ultimate truth for me, because even the gods and demons, they have no capabilities of knowing you fully. Only you can know yourself fully. And that is what Arjuna told Sri Krishna in the last shlok that we read, the 15th shlok. Arjuna saying, Swayamevam atmanatmanam vetha tvaṁ purushottama. O Purushottama, O greatest among all the Purushas, O supreme most Purusha, you indweller in that divine body from whom this entire creation comes forth, the Purushottama, from whom all these Purushas, all these embodied beings, all these embodied souls, they come into being. You are the ultimate Purusha. We are all insignificant Purushas. We have no importance when we compare ourselves with you. We are nowhere, we are insignificant. So you are a Purushottama, and O Purushottama, only you can reveal your greatness. Only you can understand your greatness. Nobody else can. Bhuta bhavana bhutesha deva deva jagatpate. Oh Lord, we can only describe you with certain terms, with certain adjectives like bhuta bhavan. We can only know you as the originator of all these beings. Bhuta bhavan, from whom this entire creation comes forth. You are the bhutesha, you are the Lord of this entire creation, of all these beings. You are the ultimate Lord. And you are Deva Deva, you are the God of gods. You are Jagatpate, you are the ruler of this entire creation. We can only ascribe these adjectives to you, but as far as knowing you is concerned, only you can know yourself. And like that anecdote that Sri Ramakrishna told, that only a diamond merchant can value the actual value of the gem which that person walking on the road had found lying on the road, that gem, and he wanted to know what could be the value of this. So he started asking the all different traders, what could be this price of this stone that I have found. The brinjal seller says, oh, this will be worth about 5 baskets of brinjal. The rice seller says, oh, this could value 2 bagfuls of rice. The draper who is dealing in the clothes and linen, he says, oh my God, this is such a wonderful thing. A bale full of linen I will give you for this. But that fellow was not satisfied with all these answers. He didn't get the full potential, full valuation for that stone which he was carrying. So finally, he went to the diamond merchant, and diamond merchant, just after looking at that stone, he says, oh my God, I will give you 2 lakh rupees. Now, where is this valuation of 2 lakh rupees? And the valuation of the same thing as 5 baskets of brinjal, or 2 bagfuls of rice, or 1 baleful of linen. So that is what happens. Only the diamond merchant can know the value of a diamond. Only the Lord can know the value, the attributes of the Lord. Only Lord can understand what the Lord is. So Arjuna in that shloka has said that you yourself, verily you alone know yourself, nobody else in this universe. Because everything in this universe has come forth from you. How can they know you in totality? How can they know you in your entirety? Only you can. And now when we read this 16th shloka, we know the reason why Arjuna is saying all these things to Sri Krishna. Arjuna wants something from Sri Krishna. Arjuna is a very smart student. He is the smartest pupil of Sri Krishna. He wants something from Sri Krishna himself. And therefore, in the 16th shlok that we are going to read today, Arjuna says, vaktum arhasyaśheṣheṇa divyā hyātma-vibhūtayaḥ yābhir vibhūtibhir lokān imāṁs tvaṁ vyāpya tiṣhṭhasi. Now Arjuna is bringing out his real motive of, first of all, narrating all those wonderful attributes of Sri Krishna, and then telling Sri Krishna that these attributes have been proclaimed by great sages. You yourself, you have told these attributes about you, which I take it as its firm truth value. To me, it is the ultimate truth. Gods and demons are also not capable of knowing you fully. Only you can know yourself fully. You are the originator of all beings. You are the Lord of all beings. You are the God of gods, and you are the ruler of this entire creation. Now, O Lord Krishna, vaktum arhasyaśheṣheṇa. Now this is the thing which Arjuna wants from Sri Krishna. Vaktum, he says, you tell. Vaktum is, you have to tell. Arhasi is, you must tell. You ought to tell me. Because only you know yourself so fully well, you ought to tell me. What you ought to tell me? Asheṣheṇa. You have to tell me without keeping anything to yourself. Asheṣheṇa. That is, in its totality. Without any remainder. Don't keep anything hidden. You tell me everything in totality about yourself. Vaktum arhasi asheṣheṇa. Now what Arjuna wants to know? Divyā hyātma-vibhūtayaḥ. Divyā is divine. Atma-vibhūtayaḥ. Atma-vibhūtayaḥ is you are the glories of your own self. You have to tell him. Now Arjuna has put Krishna in effects. Arjuna is absolutely smart student. He said, you only know yourself. Now you ought to tell me. You must tell me now. All the divine glories that you have hidden within yourselves, which nobody can know. Now you must tell me. And then, yābhir vibhūtibhir lokān. Yābhir is by which? Vibhūtibhir, the glories. Lokān imāṁs tvaṁ vyāpya tiṣhṭhasi. By these glories, you have pervaded this entire world. You are existing with your presence pervaded in this entire world. Now you have to tell me. Now Arjuna has put this request to Sri Krishna. He has said, now it is your duty. Only you can resolve this problem which I am facing, which I am requesting you now. Condescend to tell without reserve your divine glories. You must tell me your divine glories without keeping anything to yourself. By which glories? Yābhir vibhūtibhir. By all these glories that your divine glories. Lokān imāṁs tvaṁ vipasya tiṣhṭhasi. By your divine glories, you are pervading this entire creation. You have to tell me. By which glories you remain pervading all these worlds, all this creation, all these universes. You are there in each and everything. Now you tell me. So, this is Arjuna's request, command, whatever it is to Krishna. And Arjuna knows only Sri Krishna can answer this question, can answer these doubts of Arjuna. What is your true nature? What is your original divinity? All these answers Arjuna wants. And now Arjuna has clearly told Sri Krishna, only you can tell it, and you got to tell me. Vaktum arhasyaśheṣheṇa, you ought to tell me, you got to tell me. So Arjuna is putting this pressure on Sri Krishna. Now, why this happens? Because only the person who is expert in certain thing can teach you that thing. We cannot learn languages from science teachers, isn't it? We cannot learn grammar and other things. We cannot learn mathematics from language teachers. We cannot learn music from any other teacher. Or the music teacher cannot teach us anything about physics, chemistry, mathematics. The specialist, the expert in that field only can tell us, can teach us in that field. And therefore now Arjuna is telling Sri Krishna, only you know who you are. I am not going to any other person to know about you. I know you. You are here in front of me in this body of Sri Krishna. Now you got to tell me. As simple as that. Arjuna doesn't mince any words. It is only given to an incarnation of God to reveal of his own divine splendors and glories. Now Arjuna has trapped Sri Krishna beautifully. So this is what Arjuna now is requesting Sri Krishna to tell about himself, to teach about himself. Who is he? Who is the Lord? What are his divine glories? Let it come from the Lord's mouth. That is Arjuna's request to Sri Krishna. Now, this can only happen when Sri Krishna, listening to Arjuna, feels compassion for his child. When Sri Krishna feels some mercy for his pupil, then he will start telling everything about it. And on this, Sri Ramakrishna says that revelation of God comes purely by his mercy. It doesn't come by any other means. Only when the Lord is compassionate with the devotion of the devotee, when the Lord is compassionate with profound bhakti and shraddha of his bhaktas, then he showers all His grace, all His compassion, all His blessings. But it is at His mercy. He is the Son of knowledge. Yes, Lord knows everything. There is nothing in this universe which everything has all the knowledge. To the point of even the buddhi, it comes from the Lord. What to talk about the ordinary knowledge of science and arts and commerce and these subjects? These are mere superficial, understandings. God is even the giver of buddhi, the ultimate intellect, the ultimate power of discrimination between the real and real. But that will happen only when Lord is at his or her, the Lord or the Mother, at the most compassionate form. It is possible for a single ray of His to enlighten. He is the Son of knowledge. It is possible for a single ray of this Son of knowledge to enlighten the whole world. A minuscule light, like we talked about that example in Sri Ramakrishna's example of that light ray coming from that tiny aperture in the room, in the dark room when a person is sitting, and slowly he is getting that enlightenment, and then finally that person is put into that open ground, and then he says, oh my God, I never knew light can be all around me. Now what Sri Ramakrishna says here, if the Lord wishes, by His mercy, with a single ray of light coming from that small aperture, He can give complete enlightenment to His devotees. We are therefore able to understand one another and to acquire knowledge in all of its forms. Only with the mercy of the Lord, then we are able to understand one another. Then we are able to understand that what dwells in me also dwells in my neighbor. What dwells in me also dwells in each and every being of this universe, of this creation. And that is when the devotee starts understanding the unity in diversity. More than all these, we get to know Him by His grace only. And this everything happens only through His grace. Once the Lord is graceful, once the Lord showers His mercy and His blessings and His grace on the devotees care. There is no end to their attaining knowledge. They get knowledge. And the Lord also strengthens them with the buddhi, with that power of discrimination of what is real, what is unreal. And the moment the devotee gets that power of discrimination, the moment the devotee knows what is real, the devotee will never ever go after the unreal. Because devotee knows that it is in the real he will find the Lord. That the moment he knows what is real, the devotee is one with the Lord. So that was, with that understanding, with that concept in mind, Arjuna is now requesting Sri Krishna that you tell me without keeping anything in reserve. No cards under the sleeves. Open up yourself to me. Let me know who you are, and only you can do it. So, arhasyaśheṣheṇa, without keeping anything to yourself. You ought to, you must tell me who you are. So that is, and you have to tell me about your glories. By these divine glories, you have pervaded this entire universe. I know that. Now you have to tell me about all these divine glories of yours. So now the Vibhuti yoga will start once Arjuna completes his request, and then Sri Krishna also starts addressing Arjuna's queries. So this was the 16th shloka we read about Arjuna talking to Sri Krishna. Another next 2 shloka also, Arjuna is going to continue his request further till Sri Krishna starts talking about his divine glories. Till then, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swami.